Alright guys, what's up? I'm here with another UU battle. This time it's with PocketGod2048, who goes by PocketPlays on YouTube. I'll put his info in the description, as well as the server that we both play on. He's an up-and-coming YouTuber, I guess, just like me, or I'm attempting to be on my side. And you know, he'll start uploading content, so if you want to subscribe, you know, to both of us, click like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. So leading off with his team, he has the Crobat, which could either be a physical set, bulky set, or a special set with like nasty plot, that sort of thing. So you never really know how one would lead with it. He also has the washing machine Rotom, which is super mega bulky and really good to have, as well as good for pivots. And he also has the Goodra, which is really threatening to my team, because looking at it, it's like it could sponge a bunch of my hits, as well as like nerf my Typhlosion amongst other things, and it could probably I'm pretty sure it outspeeds my Drumpine. It can pretty much one-hit KO me if I'm not too careful. He also has his Infernape, which I don't know how he would have let it, because like it could also be like, it has a variety of sets it could use, either like Sweeper, Mixed, Lead with Stealth Rocks and Focus Sash, all that stuff, so you never know what it can do. The Sylveon I knew was going to be a real big threat, and something I had to get rid out of the way real quick, because my team really can't do much to it except for Scizor, and then he also has the Infernape, so I gotta watch out for all of that, and the washing machine Rotom, which can nerf a bunch of Scizor's attacks really well. And he also has a Mega Gardevoir in the bag too. I was gonna bring a Mega, and I was actually gonna bring a Mega Gardevoir too, but the problem was that I don't have the Gardevoirite. Oh, and make sure to get it, because tomorrow is the last day that you can get it, and after that you can't get it anymore for Sun and Moon, I believe. And so my team is the washing machine Rotom, which, like I said, is really good to have, good for pivoting and all that good stuff. The Lowland Mug, which is pretty much staple now, like on my teams, I always have it. It's really good to have. And the Drampa, as usual, with a UU, because it's really bulky. It can take a hit and then get boosted off Berserk and deal massive damage, so it's always good to have. I have the Scizor for priority, and then looking at his team, it can do a good amount of damage to a lot of it if I play my cards right. But I have to get rid of the Infernape first, of course. I have the Typhlosion, which I haven't really used in a while. I hatched this in Auras, but after that I really hadn't used it so much until now. I wanted to test it out, so it was something that I wanted to have to check a lot of speedy stuff, so it was nice to have. And the Minior, which I haven't used in a long time, and it's really fun because it's a cool set I have. It's a Mental Herb with acrobatics, as well as but it's a mixed set, which is really nice. Well, you'll see right now, and let's get into it. Oh, and stay tuned during the fight, because I'll have another code to give out. This time it's a Marshadow code, so stay tuned. So here I lead with the Rotom, because I want to see what he'll lead out with, of course, and then that way I can switch out and get the 1-up or tank a hit, whatever I need to do. But since he's faster, of course, he'll go for the U-turn first and switch to try to get the 1-up on me. So here he goes to his Goodra, which is extremely bulky, and I didn't know how he was gonna be using it, so I just go for the safe Volt Switch either way, so I could get the 1-up on him. And I go straight to my Minior, which is cool to use, and then it looks really nice, especially with in the shiny form. And if you didn't know, shields down lowers your stats until the shield is broken. So I have to wait till the shield is broken. So my Minior is able to live the Thunderbolt with 9 HP, which is really nice, and I'm able to get up the Shell Smash. And I have the Mental Herb, so I can get my boosts back up. So then I'm not hindered too much, but it doesn't really matter in this case, because I'm already way too lowered to even take advantage of those. So my shield's off, I'm really fast now, and I'm able to do massive damage off of acrobatics, and I'm able to one-hit KO his Goodra, which is really nice. That's a big threat out of the way, because I'm able to, without it and the other Pokemon, I'm able to sweep, well, hopefully, you know. So here he just goes for the Mach Punch. I wasn't going to switch out either, because I didn't want to risk taking unnecessary damage on anything, and I was looking at my team, and anything that I had didn't want to take too much damage anyways, so might as well just keep it in. He could have close combated too, and then you never know. I might as well just get rid of it right then. But he goes for the Flare Blitz here, which I didn't know why, but it does a good chunk of damage even for a resisted hit. And here I just go for the Z Water move in case he wanted to switch out to anything, because I also didn't want to risk my Hydro Pump missing or doing a little bit of damage to anything that came in. So here I might as well just give you the Marsh Shadow code while you're watching. So it's A7, A8, JE, Q26, NJ, 295, T7. And so I'm able to get rid of the Infernape with the V Hydro Vortex, the Z Hydro Vortex, so that's really nice to get. And here I'm faster than his washing machine Rotom, so I'm able to get off the Paint Split and deal damage and heal myself up. And he makes the great play of Volt Switching, and it brings me back down to basically to what I had right now. And here he goes for Mega Gardevoir. Well, Gardevoir, and then he goes into Mega. Man, the Mega animation is always nice to see. So yeah, I was gonna bring my own Mega Gardevoir too, but I couldn't get the Mega Stone, so I wasn't able to do it. But I'm glad I didn't, so because it was nice to have Minior on my team. That's the one I put in place of it. So here he goes for Draining Kiss. He said it was a misclick, so you know it happens. And I'm able to get the Paint Split off and do damage and heal up. But here he just goes for the safe play and Moonblast. I wasn't gonna switch either because I didn't want to take any unnecessary damage on anything, like I said. So I just sacked the Rotom, which was a pretty safe play on my part. Here I just go for Typhlosion because I know I'll outspeed. It's a Scarf Typhlosion, so I'm able to get off the Eruption on anything that comes in, even on this Rotom, and it still does a good chunk of damage even for a resisted hit, and that's how strong that Eruption is. Takes it a little under half, which is really, really nice. Here I switch out fearing the Hydro Pump, obviously, or anything in with that regard. So I just go to Drampa to sponge the hit, and he does go for the Hydro Pump, and I'm able to take that really well. And this Drampa did very well too, like for what I needed it to do. I should have made a better prediction on this turn because I knew he was going to switch out to something like a Fairy type, Sylveon or anything like that. But I didn't want to take the risk. I mean, well, I did take the risk, right? But I didn't want to risk him staying in, going for something like Will-O-Wisp or something, and then not me being able to KO the Rotom. So I just went for the straight Draco Meteor. And I have stuff in the back anyways that can take a hit, so I just go to Muck, and I'm able to sponge that Moonblast that he sends at me right now. And I stay over half, which is really, really nice. Here he goes for Reflect, which is a cool move to have on Sylveon because his defense is it's not the best, but it ain't that bad either. But I go for Gunk Shot and I miss, which sucks because it would have done good damage. But oh well, you know, that's how it goes. So here he goes back to his Crobat, which is a good it's a smart play because they still do an okay damage off of Gunk Shot, not a lot, but I'm able to, he's able to nerf my hip basically. And here I just go for Protect to see what he'll do in case he tries to U-turn. That way I'll get the 1-up and predict his turn or whatever. But he goes for Brave Bird, and it was good because on the next turn he goes for U-turn, and I'm able to proc my Figgy Berry and regain my HP while he switches out to something, and then I just knock off whatever comes in. So he goes back into his washing machine, which is really nice because getting a knockoff off on that gets rid of its leftovers, and then it won't have gradual healing every turn anymore. But it was still a pain to fight because it was always in the back, just checking everything basically. So here I go back to Drampa because I was expecting the Will-O-Wisp or Hydro Pump just in case. And luckily here he Volt Switches and he's able to still proc my Citrus Berry and my Berserker boost. So this time I did predict, I mean obviously this time I'm not going to make the same mistake twice, and then, so this time I do go for the Hyper Voice, and he switches into his Mega Gardevoir, which is good for me, because it's something I also wanted to get rid of real quick, so then that way I could start sending out stuff to pretty much sweep, but he still has a bunch of bulk behind his, in his Pokemon, so it was still a pretty tough match either way. So here I just go to Swizzler because I know I can take a Moonblast or whatever he even tries to throw at me. And I take it really well. Here I know he could have gone for the Rotom or whatever. Or wait, no. I think, did I get rid of Rotom? Well, I remember, I forgot. Well, so here I just go for Bullet Punch because it's the best bet to save play or whatever. Anything he'll send out, I'll pretty much do good damage against. Oh no, Rotom is his last. I forgot because like I had trouble defeating it at the end. Okay, so here he just goes back to Crobat. I don't know why he didn't go back to his Rotom, because I was locked into Bullet Punch. He could have stayed in and done a bunch of more stuff, but I'm able to get rid of his other Pokemon. And then here I just go for Bullet Punch, thinking it might KO, but testament to how good and bulky Rotom is. He's able to Will-O-Wisp me, and then I was like, okay, well I gotta switch either way, and you know, pretty much close this match. So I just go to Drampa and just proceed to Draco Meteor. Thank you to PocketGod2048. Thank you for the battle. I have another battle with him. We rematched right after. I'll save that one for maybe in 2 days, because tomorrow's Halloween. I'm going to do something hopefully for that. And I have another Marshadow code too. So if you guys are watching, watch tomorrow and there will be another code just like today, previously. And you know, so stay tuned for that. Click, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, you know. Share, whatever. And, you know, catch us in, me and and Ian right there. Catch us, you know, whenever we record or whatever, you know. So thank you for the match. And, you know, thank you for watching.